things I do when the temperature of the water changes. And I'm going to do the extreme here. In the wintertime, I get away from the popping corks. Everything I use is a lead head on the bottom. And the reason I do that is because as it gets colder, the fish seems to get a little more skittish. And they don't want a popping cork over their head going bloop, bloop, bloop and stuff. At least here, they don't. The best thing I've found is to throw out a lead head, the lightest you can use. This particular one's 1/8 of an ounce and with a piece of cut bait on it, and let it sit there. Nice thing about braid is you don't want to keep your line real tight. Just let the current pull the line taut. You'll feel the bite. As he starts to swim off with it, just take your rod and go down towards where he is, and when it comes straight, then you can set the hook with the jig head on it. And then you can hang on and have fun, and everything goes according to how it's supposed to go. There again, I don't use mono to tie onto my jig head. I tie it straight onto my braid. When I'm fishing the flats, I tend to use jig head tied straight onto the braid. I've used 15-pound green. You can't see it as well, and that's why I use it. At least I don't think it matters a whole lot, but at least I don't have to worry about them getting down in the oysters with the jig head and cutting mono off. Usually the braid will not get cut off. There again on the docks, I tend to use yellow more than any other color, but in the wintertime I do that. Once the water temp warms up starting around May, I'll go back to using popping corks, and I'll use popping corks the rest of the summertime into the fall, right on through November. And after November, I put the popping corks away for the year and start going straight lead heads again. I just think it makes a difference. The fish are a little more lethargic. They're not wanting to come up and hang out and do things. So that's how I do it. I hope that helps. Those are my biggest things I do. As the water cools down in November, I'll start using a lot of mirror lures and soft plastics on worm hooks. I prefer that over lead heads. I just like the way the fish reacts to it. You know, I use a 1/16 of an ounce leaded worm hook. I prefer the Gamakatsus. I just like the way they track. I take their spring clip off and I trade them out for another spring clip, and right now the whose I use went right out of my head, but it actually screws onto the hook and stays there better, whereas the Gamakatsu spring hooks, spring clips just clip onto the hook and they tend to come off a lot, and that's why I've changed them. But anyway, I hope those little things help you out a lot. And those are the two big temperature swings that I'm talking about. So this has nothing to do with it changing 10 degrees one way or the other. This is when the water temps really change a lot, which is what I work on more than anything else. 10-degree water temp change over a month, I don't worry about it too much. I keep doing what I'm doing for the most part. If it gets really hot, I look for fish a little deeper. I'll fish the deeper holes and stuff. If it gets really cold, I'll look for trout and stuff like that up in the shallows, especially during the daytime. They'll come out of the holes from being in there at night and go up and get warm in the sun. So those are the biggies. But anyway, I hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions, give me a call. I'll be glad to try and help you out. Thanks for watching.